Batting next for the Eagles is first baseman Sarah Rossetti. The bases are loaded with no outs in the bottom of the second. Pitch 1 is a low ball. The count is now 1-0, and there are no outs. Pitch 2 is low. The count is now 2-0. All three runners get a nice jump off their bases. She swings at pitch 3, sending it into left field. 1 run scores, and all three runners are safe at their bases. The score is now 4-0 Norristown. Up next is pitcher Brianna Kennedy. The bases are loaded, and PW has just called timeout. The coach will come out and talk to the pitcher, make sure she's feeling okay, and see that she isn't hurt. The runners all go over for a quick conference with the coach. We are in the bottom of the second. There are no outs, and the score is 4-0 Norristown. The umpire's breaking up the meetings now, bringing everyone back to the field. Catcher has a few more words with the pitcher and then returns behind the plate. The batters return to their bases. And now up is the pitcher, Brianna Kennedy. The bases are loaded. The score is 4-0 in the bottom of the second with no outs. Brianna swings at the first pitch and hits it right to the second baseman, who throws it home to record the first out of the inning. The bases are still loaded. Batting next is shortstop Monica Levens. First time up, Monica Levens hit the triple to right field.
After that, shortstop number 8, Monica Levens.
First pitch is high and gets away from the catcher. No runners advance. They all return to their bases. The count is 1-0 with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Monica swings at pitch 2 for a strike. The count is now 1-1. Pitch 3 is a ball. The count is now 2-1 with 1 out. Monica swings at the next pitch, sending it again to right field, but is caught by the pitcher. No runners advance. They all return to their bases. No one is tagging up. That's the second out of the inning. Up next is center fielder Sammy Kidd.
Up to bat, center fielder number 5, Sammy Kidd.
First pitch comes in a little high. Pitch 2 is again a little high. The count is now 2-0. Pitch 3 is high. Ball 3. The catcher throws the ball down to first to try to get the runner at first, but she returns to her bag safely. The bases are loaded. Strike 1. The count is now 3-1. Ball 4, and our center fielder is walked. Walking in, another run for the Eagles to make the score 5-0 now. This has been a 3-run inning for the Eagles. They're off to a great start in this game. Batting next is catcher Taylor Copestick.
Up to bat, catcher number 12, Taylor Copestick.
And the bases are still loaded here in the bottom of the second. First pitch comes in a little low for a ball. Pitch 2 is high. The count is now 2-0. Strike 1. The count is now 2-1. She swings at the next pitch and sends it into center field. 1 run will score. All of the runners are safe. The score is now 6-0. Norristown Eagles. Batting next is left fielder Sammy Kampmeyer.
Field number 6, Sammy Kampmeyer.
On third, we have pitcher Brianna Kennedy. On second, we have Sammy Kidd. And on first, we have Taylor Copestick. Pitch is high for a ball. Next pitch is low for a ball. Next pitch is a strike. Sammy swings at the next pitch and pops it up to the pitcher, who does not make the play. The infield fly rule is called, so the batter is out for the second out of the inning. The infield fly rule applies when there are runners on base and there's a pop-up to the infield. If the ball is popped up to the infield with runners on base with less than 2 outs, the batter is automatically out. This rule was put into place where infielders would intentionally miss the fly ball to try to get some runners out that were already on base.
Now batting third baseman number 3, Gina Palacio.
Now batting is the third baseman, Gina Pellecchio, with 2 outs. The pitch is low for a ball. It gets away from the catcher, but no runners advance. Everyone returns to their bases. She swings at the next pitch and pops it up, but the ball is out of play. So the count is now 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The score is 6-0 Norristown. Gina swings at the next pitch and puts it into foul territory right into left field. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and Gina has a stand-up double with a runner at third. Score is now 8-0 Norristown. Second baseman will go in and have a word with her pitcher, try to calm her down. Batting next is right fielder Natalie Mitchell. She swings at the first pitch and puts it into play. Fielded by the shortstop, but by the time she gets it, there's nothing she can do with it, and another run is scored. There's now a runner at first and third with 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup is the second baseman, Stefton Offey. Pitch 1 is a strike. The count is now 0-1 with 2 outs. Pitch 2 is a strike. The count is now 0-2 with 2 outs. The pitcher seems to have gotten her groove back. Swinging strike 3 to record the third out of the inning. The score is now 9-0 Norristown. We're now in the top of the third. For those of you just joining us, today's match is Norristown Eagles against Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials. It was a long second inning for the Eagles, scoring 7 runs. Now batting for the Colonials is third baseman Caitlin Elgart. This is still PW's first run through their lineup. She swings and fouls off that pitch for a strike. Brianna Kennedy is on the mound today. Strike 2 on the batter. High for a ball. The count is now 2-2 on the batter with no outs here in the top of the third. Strike 3 and the batter is down for the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup is batting center fielder Conowall. She shows bunt, but pulls back just in time. First pitch is a ball. The count is 1-0. There's 1 out here in the top of the third with the Eagles winning 9-0. Pitch 2 is low for the second ball. Gets away from the catcher. She swings at the next pitch. Hits it foul. Count is now 2-1. Ball 3. Count is 3-1 with 1 out. Ball 4 and Kennedy walks the batter. There's now runner at first with 1 out.
Now batting first baseman number 24, Carrie Ann Cisalka.
Batting next is first baseman Cisalka. First pitch is a strike. The count is 0-1. Pitch 2 is a strike. Swinging at the next pitch, sends it back to the pitcher who throws it over to first for the second out. Sarah Rossetti then runs the runner back to second base. Next up for the Colonials is second baseman Katz. There are 2 outs in the top of the third. First pitch is a strike. Count is 0-1 on the batter.
Second baseman number 20, Jordan Katz.
She swings at the next pitch for another strike. The count is now 0-2. Strike 3 for the third out of the inning. The score is 9-0 Norristown. We now go into the bottom of the third. This is Coach McCarthy's first year with these girls, and they seem to have come a long way.